So this weekend is about yoga psychology. I mean the psychology or the bend of the mind, or the way, how, the attitude of the mind and the heart, because mind and heart are together, in order for you to attain to the higher state of consciousness, or the highest kind of bhav, the highest kind of feeling, yeah, that make you, that make it worth it to be living. So here, Swami Sivananda talked about love. He said love is the law of life. So that means that everyone has to follow the law, isn't it? To love is to fulfill the law. And to fulfill the law means eternal peace and everlasting happiness. So this world has come out of love. It exists in love. It finally dissolves in love. Love is the motive power of the universe. Love is life, love is joy, love is warmth, love is golden tie which binds heart to heart and soul to soul. Love is constructive and creative. Love binds and builds. Love is the principle of regeneration. That means what? Regeneration means it's life itself. So sometimes you feel like dead, dry and dead. So you have to learn how to switch into some kind of feeling of love. Then at that time, oops, life comes back. So sometimes relationship, become like dead, dry. You don't want to look at the other person. So somehow you have to try to find it within your heart, some way, how to make it flow again. So love is very much, you can say it's like, it's water. The energy of love is the energy of water. Water is flowing. Dry, wet, flowing. The energy of flowing. So he's saying, you love, then you may learn to live in the eternal. A life without faith, love, and devotion is a dreary waste. It is real death. There is no virtue higher than love. There is no treasure higher than love. There is no knowledge higher than love. There is no dharma higher than love. There is no religion higher than love. Because love is truth. Love is God. God is an embodiment of love. In every inch of His creation, you can verily understand His love. But why is it that love is so important, and why is it that we have so much problem with love? Is it not? Most of the psychological problems come from the problem relating to the idea of love. Why? It says because we call impure love. So we need to purify our love. Everyone wants love, but you need to purify your love. That means you need to love selflessly. Pure love means a selfless love. He's saying he distinguished between passion and pure love. Love of body or skin is passion. Love of God is prem or devotion. It is pure love. It is love for love's sake. What does that mean? Love for love's sake. What does that mean?
You're not asking for anything back.
It means it's not love for my sake. It's not usually love for my sake. I love you because I'll get something from you. You see? So that's the called egoistic love, and that's how we suffer. You know? Because we suffer because we don't get what we want, we suffer because we don't think the person loves us as much as we would like to, and so on and so forth. And all the problems that come with love, always because of the egoism that is attached. But to love all beings with Narayana Bhava, Bhava is the internal feeling, to love everyone as God, as manifestations of the Lord, is pure love. It is divine love. It leads to liberation. So then he talked about mercenary love. Mercenary love means a selfish love. You love because you get something out of it. He said, in every earthly love, so this is a sentence that I like very much. In every earthly love, there is a hollowness. Means something empty. A jarring note. You know, love is beautiful. So I say love is like music, and it's flowing. A jarring note. It's like a note that doesn't fit. A hidden doubt. That means, you know, you love, but it's like something cringing, something not right. It's not 100%. And a flaw. I repeat again. In every earthly love, what means earthly? What means earthly? Names and forms, we call it name and form. That means material, that means physical. So in every earthly love, there is a hollowness, there is something missing. Jarring note, a hidden doubt, and a flaw. So that's why people that are in love, you know, they ask all the time, do you love me? They all the time ask, do you love me? And the person has said, yes, I love you. Really? Repeat again, please. Do you love me? And then the person says, yes, I love you. Then they ask, no, this is 80%. No, this is 90%. No, this is, yeah. So repeat again, please. It's like this, yeah? Because we want that 100% love from a person. And that is difficult. So he said there's a flaw. There's a flaw there. But true pure love is rich, profound, full, and flawless. So do you want that? You want that flawless love? I mean, you want 100%. So what we want is 100% love and all the time. Is it not? But any kind of relationship is like that. You cannot have 100% and all the time. So you settle for whatever, 90%, sometimes 50%. Sometimes we are desperate, you know. Nobody loves us. 50% will be okay. 50% love and 50% will be, yeah. So it's like a negotiation, you know. Love become like that. A negotiation business is a business. It's also a contract, you know. You sign a contract, you know, in case you know, I don't love you anymore, then we would share the property. We would just split this in half. Anyway, so he said, pure divine love seeks to make the beloved happy. So it means selfless. Selfless means no ego is there. What is ego? Your sense of yourself, your sense of whatever it is, your life itself. It's based on when you're born already, you have this body and then you have this mind, and you identify with it. You walk around thinking, I am this person. So with that, then it will be any kind of love that comes from that consciousness will be called selfish. So that means if you want to get to pure love or selfless love, you would have to question yourself. You have to start with yourself a lot. So then from there, you would heal. I believe that we have all these scars or these hurts that comes, you can say, from childhood, and come from, Swamiji said, give you, enough spinach or something, whatever. You can hold resentment, anything. You can hold any kind of resentment in your mind, in your heart, and that you would identify with it, you remember it, and then you carry in life, and then you would try to experience love. But then you have this hurt, this kind of negative kind of thinking in your mind, so you have to heal from it. That means you would have to, today we'll have a talk on forgiveness. So I'm looking forward, because without forgiveness, and forgiveness of yourself and forgiveness of others, we would not be able to wash our heart from all the hurts and all the idea that I'm not loved and love doesn't exist, and this and that happened, and then some doubt and some kind of resentment. So we would have to forgive. So forgiveness is very, very important. Now he says something interesting. He said that service is love in expression. That means what? That means if you claim to love, then you would have to serve. You have to put in action, and then you have to serve. You say, I love you, but then you never give anything to the person. You never remember the person. So you have to serve. Like a mother serves the baby. You say passive goodness is not sufficient. Active goodness or positive goodness is very essential for one's spiritual advancement. So you need to be active in service, active in selfless love. The aspirant should be ever doing actions. The spirit of service must be ingrained in you. The spirit of service must be innate or inherent in you. So you want to develop love, if you want to be happy, then you need to start by selfless service. You need to start to serve somebody. Serve them means you need to think of them what they need, and then you serve them what they need, and not serve them what you think that they need. Isn't it? So you have to bend, and you have to put your mind and your heart in their skin, and then you serve them what they need. So you have to think a little bit, If you want to serve them what they need, you have to think of them, and you have to kind of remembering them, and then you have to find out, what is it that will make them happy. He says, Shankara, Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad served. Janaka, Ramdas served. Serve, love, give. But sometimes we think, I'm above that. I'm above. I'm just meditate. I don't need to serve. Waste my time. But he said, all the great people, they serve. He who practices these instructions can live through hard times and bad days, enlightened by heavenly ray. So make others truly happy as you strive to make yourself happy. Speak a helpful word. Give a cheering smile. Do a kind act. Serve a little. Wipe the tears of one who is in distress. Render smooth a rough place in another's path. you will feel great joy. Cosmic love, or Vishwa Prem. So worship the poor, the downtrodden and the oppressed. These are your gods. These are your first gods. Love all. You will reap the benefit of more than 1 million sacrifices and austerities and vows. So regard your neighbor's happiness as your own happiness. And regard your neighbor's pain as your own pain. That will be interesting. So today maybe you can do that exercise. And try to think of somebody in terms of their, not in terms of what you can get from them, but in terms of their
well-being,
their suffering, their pain. Think about this. Think about a person in terms of their pain. And think what you can do about this. What can you do if somebody suffers? What can you do? You do like this? What can you do?
You can give them a hug.
Huh?
You can give them a hug.
You can give them a hug. Okay. You can show them your affection. You can touch them. You know, here we don't, in this ashram, you know, we don't promote that people go on and hugging. It's not too much like that. But, you know, if you really feel love, you don't need too much, you know. The person feel your energies, you know. And you can talk to them, you can touch them, and then you can say a few words, or even words are, you don't have words, you know, to say if somebody suffers, you know. Like I know in this particular moment, I know a person. But, you know, so you can try. At least you can try. And then your empathy, or your feeling of empathy, you know, when the person is suffering with some kind of emotion, and then your feeling is there, so there's somehow something, you know, something tip a little bit. You know, so you can try. You know? It's not if you say, oh, no, I cannot do anything, so you know, you can try. You say a few words, a few little something. Now you remember when you are in despair. Sometimes you are in despair, you're crying, you're losing your mind, and somebody come give you something. You feel better, isn't it? Doesn't have a flower or anything, but just something. Then you feel, oh, the person is, you know, is caring about me. So somehow it helps. So, love all. Man is one, and God is one. Love is one, and law is one. Realization is one. Identify yourself with everything that lives. Live at peace with friend and foe. So that's what we call non-violence. That means, you know, maybe you cannot, it's not your best friend, yeah, but don't have any ill feeling towards somebody. That means, you know, be at peace. You know? The feeling of being at peace. Sending some kind of good energy to them. If you cannot really, you know, do anything, then at least pray. That's something you can do. Pray for them. That's it. Let God, you know, work with them. Pray for them, but don't hate them. Okay? So Swami Sivananda says, I follow the religion of love. I am a true Christian. a true Muslim, a true Hindu, a true Buddhist, a true Sikh, and a true Parsi. True religion does not consist in ritualistic observances, bath and pilgrimage, but in loving all. It is pride and egoism that divide a man from another man. Hatred, pride, and egoism are mental creations. They are the products of ignorance only. They cannot stand before pure love.